Alright, welcome back everybody to Guild Wars 1 Late Night with Try, because we are late and we are going to play Guild Wars 1 as usual on these late night streams. Welcome back, welcome back. It's been a long while, but we're finally making it out of Ascalon, hopefully today. Usually the last few streams I was a little bit tired, too tired to do a lot, but today I want to actually move out of Ascalon if we can. We have 2 missions left in Ascalon. I'm going to make a summary of additional quests that we do. So I'm leaving 1 character behind in Ascalon, like just for explanation's sake. I'm playing 6 different characters with 6 different classes. Throughout this entire playthrough, we're going to do each mission with a different character, so that we can have a continuous story of a group of heroes traveling through prophecies, through Tyria, throughout the story. And coming factions, we're going to make 2 new characters, and those 2 new characters are going to be the central point of factions. And same with Nightfall, 2 new characters, those are the central focus of Nightfall in general. You know, and I'm going to use the hero slots and the legendary heroes or whatever they called for the other characters. That we're going to run around with heroes of the characters we played through Prohpecies with. I'm going to buy 6 hero slots. I think there's a 10 bundle or whatever. I'm probably going to get that. And we're going to create, once we finish Prohpecies and we have these heroes set up so that they have a decent build and decent armor sets. That's probably the biggest one. So yeah, once they have a decent armor set going, I'm probably going to turn them into heroes so that we can use them across factions and Nightfall. Same with Nightfall. I'm going to make my factions characters into heroes for Nightfall, so that we have a full group at the end. And at the end, we're going to all play Eye of the North. I don't know yet how we'll organize Eye of the North. I'll probably take 3 different characters into Eye of the North, because we have 3 different storylines in Eye of the North, so we're probably going to separate this out. 3 different characters from our previous party, from our previous heroes that we played with, and we're going to separate those out into 3 different stories and have these others as heroes jump in. But we'll see, you know. Hello, Kiza. So yeah, I'm going to quickly summarize once we're here. What happened last time. It wasn't much, honestly. But yeah, it's been a while. And I'm going to go over to the game now, because I have a feeling this mouse is dying. It takes like 5 presses on this mouse to even get a click going. I have a feeling this mouse is dying. A slow and painful death. Alright. Let me jump over. Oh, that's okay. Oh my god, here we are. But yeah, here we are. Do we have... Okay. We're having trouble with the audio. It seems like it. It doesn't actually want to capture the audio. That is not great. Let me quickly go over to this screen, go back to this screen, and I'm going to quickly try to fix that on my PC. Should have the audio. I don't know, sometimes the... What is that? Signal HD, what? Can we switch back? Come on. We still don't have game audio, right? Nope. Yeah, Windows. You have to learn to live with it, Windows. Let me get over here again. Honestly, can I get a way to test it? God. What is going on? It's as if the screen is breaking. Can I copy this into this screen, maybe? So that we have... Okay. So we should notice when it's ready. Sorry, I'm going to keep you a little bit entertained while we're going, and we're going to test. All right. And if I test it now... Oh my god, this is annoying. But yeah, it's... Why doesn't the... I've never had this problem before, sorry. Let me quickly get this going again. It needs to send the audio via... Windows, why are you so difficult? What is going on? Yeah, nice. Very nice. Let me debug this real quick so that we can get moving. But yeah, what I wanted to say is that last time we went through Ascalon, we did a bunch of missions. We did a bunch of quests for the people of Ascalon. There was like a renegade faction. There's also like a rift forming between Prince Rurik and the King Adalbern, because Rurik thinks this war cannot be won against the Char. Like, we are now like 2 years. Wait a second, I need to focus real quick. Maybe I need to restart this PC. Let me quickly do this. But yeah, there's a rift forming, because obviously we are now 2 years, like where we are currently in the story is, it's 2 years after the Char took over Ascalon. The Char attacked Ascalon with these magic cauldrons that we saw in the beginning. And basically we're at full-scale war with the Char at the moment. And it's been 2 years since that happened. And we are slowly losing grounds. The humans are slowly losing grounds. And I don't know if I need to do another history lesson. I might do that once we get the game up and running. It's still not working, by the way. I don't know what it is. But yeah, there's a rift forming between the... Okay, no, this should actually work because it goes over my speakers. But does the game capture realize it is the problem? Alright. So yeah, let me slowly return so I can show it to you on the map. But yeah, we are offered help from another human nation called Kryta. And I think it's better if I show it to you over the map. If we do a small recap over the map. I'm just going to start the game. We should have audio now. Hopefully. Reboot saves everything. We are here. Alright. And... here's the game audio. I don't know if I... yeah, I don't want to put the minion window here. I'm hoping that... I think the UI is at the biggest... yeah, it is. So yeah. We should have game audio now, hopefully. Going to make it a little bit lower. Okay. Here we go. But yeah, I'm going to show it to you on map, obviously. So, this is the world map of Tyria, where we are at. So yeah, we are in Ascalon. Ascalon is this part of the map. This huge part here. That is the whole of Ascalon. And the human settlements we were in were below this wall. This huge wall that goes all the way through Ascalon. This wall was built to keep the Char out of Ascalon. Out of the human nation of Ascalon. So there's this huge wall going around through the center of Ascalon. And above here, there were Char settlements. You might notice humans have pushed... like the Char were on the losing side at the beginning of this war. That's what I want to say. The Char were on the losing side at the beginning because the Char were actually pushed back way beyond this wall. The humans have actually settled beyond this wall already. At the stage when it starts, you know, when Guild Wars 1 starts. But the Char managed to push back with these magical cauldrons that they found. And they were able to destroy huge parts of the wall in order to invade. And they're now invading and we're at a full-blown conflict now. And it's been 2 years. The Char have been slowly pushing towards the wall at all times. And they have been... we're basically at a full-scale war against the Char. at this point. And Ascalon is almost completely destroyed. Like, we could see it in the areas. It all looks very arid, and it's like these magical cauldrons that they found formed these huge crystals. Like, for example, down here you can see a lot of these crystals. I don't know if I can show them to you. Maybe I can. But there's these huge crystals everywhere because of these magical cauldrons that they found. Maybe I can show them off. Maybe not. Yeah, there's these elementals in the way. I probably can't. That's okay too. But yeah, it's all destroyed basically. And sorry, I need to quickly go back to this screen because I actually, now that I rebooted, some of my stuff auto-started, and especially my work stuff I don't want to actually have on screen while you guys are here with me. Here we go. But yeah, here we go. A lot of it is destroyed. And yeah, we had an ambassador here from a nation, from another human nation called Kryta. So there's 3 human nations in Tyria, which is the continent we're on. This whole continent is called Tyria. There's 3 human nations, which is one of which is Ascalon. We have Ascalon, then we have down here a human nation down in this area called Or, and then we have a human nation here in this green part here that is called Kryta. You know? So we have an ambassador from Kryta, and let me say this, these human nations, these 3 human nations have been at war with each other in a pretty brutal war before. Like, all 3 of them like fought against each other, and they just formed a peace treaty before all of this happened, really. So there's still a lot of hostilities going on, but we have an ambassador from Kryta saying they want to help out Ascalon against the Char threat. But the king is stubborn and doesn't want them to help. Because he's still like prejudiced from the war that happened before, you know? So yeah, these are the 3 human nations here. And we're going to hear a lot more about the nation of Or as well. But yeah, so we went around, we did a bunch of fetch tasks for a lot of people. We hunted down some deserters actually too. And then we went on 2 great missions last time. The first mission is the Great Northern Wall. This is the first mission in the game, and it basically takes us north of the Great Wall on a scouting mission in order to see what the Char are planning. Because there's a huge Char camp right up here, and we want to know what they are planning. So we went on a scouting mission through this area. We went here, we got spotted by the Char, and we got hunted down. And the Char went, after we were hunted down, went a full-scale attack against the Great Northern Wall. They actually managed to breach this wall after this attack and take all of this area up here. At least this area, you know? Like, all of this area was taken by the Char. So we were pushed back to this place called Fort Ranik, which is another fort. It's a military fort. And this is the second mission in which we were tasked with pushing back the Char up to this place again. So pushing back the Char to the northern wall. That was the second mission we did. And we were victorious, and we managed to push them back a little bit at least. Holding them off a bit. So, from Frontier Gate, this is where we landed after this mission. And So yeah, from there we got word that the Prince Rorik, got word of people being captured, like soldiers being captured by the Tsar, in the ruins of Sirmia, and he is about to launch a full-scale attack to get these captured people free from these ruins. So this is the third mission, Ruins of Sirmia. You know? Which we are about to do now. So we are tasked with helping Prince Rorik out in getting these captured Ascalonians free. You'll see there's a lot more to this. But yeah, we'll see. I feel like it's pretty important to emphasize all of this, because back then when I was playing it, I didn't care a lot about the story and I didn't want to read all of the text. And it's actually really interesting, now that I've grown up a bit, I actually want to read the text and everything it contains, because there's a lot of important stuff here, you know? I want to actually see... I mean, I have Bone Horrors with me. I have Death Nova, which is good. Deathly Swarm. We could use Putrid Explosion to... I don't know if Healing Prayers actually does anything for us at this point. We want Soul Reaping and Death Magic. But yeah, back in the day, I just didn't give a fuck about anything, and I'm hoping I can remedy that by actually... while you maintain this enchantment, target ally deals 5 more damage in melee. You know what? I'm going to go for curses. We're going to go full Necromancer build and forego the monk training for a bit, because Mark of Pain is pretty decent. Parasitic Bonds, Shadow of Fear, Insidious Parasite is pretty good. The cool thing about Necromancer, so we're doing this mission with my Necromancer. The cool thing about Necromancer, in Soul Reaping, you get energy back every time something dies near you. And that is super, super convenient, because you will keep summoning minions during all of this. You just summon minions, and every time they die, you gain energy back. And you actually want them to die because you have stuff like Death Nova, and you can enchant an ally with it, and if they die, everything around them takes damage. So you actually want your minions to die. You summon your minions, you cast Death Nova on them, send them in, and then they explode and give you energy back. It's actually a very, very sufficient way of playing, especially Minion Master, like I want to do. But yeah. There's a lot of broken builds in Guild Wars 1 right now, especially since they stopped supporting it. But yeah, I think we should enter the mission for now with our henchmen. And we're going to go through it, and I'm going to explain also each mission, which I failed for my Necromancer quite a bit. Each mission has a bonus objective you can complete. I want to complete as many bonus objectives as I can. There's at least one bonus objective per mission. And it gives you extra experience and all of that. And extra gold, I think. Rescue the soldiers taken. Safeguard Prince Rorik, free all Ascalon captives. Follow me, our countrymen suffer while we dawdle. But yeah, Prince Rorik is eager to get in. We're going to spend some time with Rorik. But yeah, after today's stream, I'm going to make a list of quests I actually want to finish. Before we leave Ascalon completely. Like, there's a few quests that are story relevant, but they are not really in your way. They're kind of hidden away in corners of the map, and I actually want to get there, and maybe we can do them next time. But yeah, let's get through this. We're going to fight a lot of Devourers around this. Come on, give me a corpse, please. There we go. Let's get a minion party window up here. That's good. But yeah, what can I say about minions? Necromancer deals with minions. Going here. There we go. Every time there's a corpse, you can summon a minion. You need a corpse to summon a minion for a necromancer to summon. And necromancer deals a lot with those minions. Sometimes. It depends on what kind of necromancer build you're going for, obviously. You can also skill into like curses with necromancer and stuff that doesn't have minions at all, but the more pain and suffering you put on enemies, the better. Obviously. Going to be a little bit more passive this time around. Last time I did this, I was very active with the active character. I need to be a little bit more passive. So yeah, Rurik's following us right now. Let's get this chorus going. Here, Death Nova on this Bone Horror. I love blowing up my minions. These minions that are blowing up are going to become more potent way later down the line, obviously. As our skills get stronger and we get a lot of stronger skills that add to the damage that we're going to do per blowing up. So, like 41 damage is not that big right now, but it is big enough to do some serious damage. But I need to get used to Necromancer again. I have been playing with different characters this entire time. But yeah. I think it's a fun game. But yeah, also something we need to do this time is we need to defend Prince Rurik. So Prince Rurik has to survive this, which sometimes can be a problem, and I'm hoping it's not going to be this time. Last time I did this, Prince Rurik, I lost track of where he went, and I think he stayed behind somewhere. I don't know where, and he just got attacked and got killed because he just stayed behind somewhere where I didn't even know he was. So we need to at least check a few times on him if he's actually still with us. Sometimes NPCs can get stuck and stuff, which is not really great. can maintain 4 bone horrors right now. 3 bone horrors, not 4. But yeah, it was like that one time was super bad when he got stuck. Let's keep those 2 alive real quick. It was super bad because I almost had the mission finished. Like I was literally at the last thing of the mission, and then I noticed he wasn't here with me and was attacked, and I'm like, fuck, where is he? And then I failed the mission because he got killed. Going to play a sick choke on my monk. Alright. That was really bad that my monk died. Back in the day, every time a monk was close to dying, the necromancer would cast Death Nova on them to taunt them. And the monk would realize, hey, why do I have Death Nova on me? But yeah. We used to shoot shit a lot in this game. By the way, I'm using an additional skill that you might not know in the beginning. That is called Blood of the Master. This is a skill that lets me sacrifice a percentage of my own health to heal all of my minions. Can be pretty useful to maintain your minions into the next battle where they're supposed to die. Like, my minions are not supposed to die right now. They are just supposed to die whenever they encounter the next enemy, you know? The next enemy group. That's where they're supposed to die, and not like in the middle of running there. And it just helps me maintain that. Sorry, Rurik was saying something and I completely disregarded him. Yep. Do it. That Death Nova was good. That one was even better. As that minion died, just as I was done with casting. There we go. These char monks can get probably pretty difficult in the future. The char look cool, yes. They are these huge cat people. You might want to know, in Guild Wars 2, you have different races you can play as, and I can inform you that Char is one of the playable races in Guild Wars 2. I'm going to actually blow up this corpse. There we go. You need to always be on a lookout for monks among the enemies. These monks, they heal your enemy party, so be always on the lookout and try to kill them first before everyone else, if at all possible, you know. Why did I break this? Here we go. You know what? Send them in. There we go. There we go. That's what I want to see. Nice. That was decent damage from my minions. I equipped them all with Death Nova and let them run in ahead of time. And these elementalists do like huge AoE damage. And all of my minions got killed with the AoE, but with the Death Nova they actually did huge chunks of damage. God damn it. Honestly, if the making the minions spell wouldn't be so slow, would be better. Oh my god, there we have a... Oof. Yup. But that's okay. That's what they're born for. They're not really living beings, you know. They are just animated corpses. Monstrosities, basically, for us to use as we see fit. I don't think they have rights. That's what I want to say. Here we go. There's a lot more interesting minions too later down the line that are actually not for blowing up, but actually doing damage. Go in, please. All of you, Death Nova, please. Yup. Death Nova is actually very useful right now, I have to say. The Char are actually very strong, I have to say. In the beginning, it's actually very hard to deal with all of the Char around you. Okay. That minion died without getting the chance to be blown up. There's easier enemies to deal with, is all I want to say. Look at a mission map real quick. Okay. The AI is also very dumb about minions sometimes, you have to know. The AI monks sometimes will heal your minions instead of you, which is super dumb. Like, the AI is probably the main problem with the game. Sometimes. Especially if you're planning to play solo, the AI sometimes can be not very good for that. And it's very hard to command them around to do stuff, you know? Please don't run ahead, Rurik. Oh my god, Rurik, what are you doing? Dude! Dude, stop! Stop running ahead. What are you doing? Rurik can sometimes be just a loose cannon in these situations. Oh my god. These men can head back to the wall. I need to read the text real quick what Rurik is saying. Because he's saying text and I'm not reading it. Man is just very eager to save his people. You know. Like, he was fully prepared to run in by himself. He didn't even flinch. Let's go over there. And there's more Ascalon prisoners over there. Can I quickly see what is everything he said throughout this? It's very important. Guild team. Can I just see what he said? Well, previously he said... What did he say? As a boy, I spent much time in these lands. And look at them now. Instead of ponds and streams, we have pools of bubbling tar. And rivers of sludge. It saddens me to see Ascalon in ruins. These men can head back to the wall by themselves. We must continue and release the others. There's no time to lose. Yep. Got it, Rurik. Let me get this off here real quick. We're going to have a hard time with this group. I have a theory. Rurik! God damn it. He's going in by himself again. Come on. Let's get this boss down real quick. There we go. Alright. Fuck, our monk is down. That's not great. Can I cast blood renewal real quick? Fuck me. Yeah, we went into this group a little bit unprepared. Because Rurik kept charging in. Please don't go down again. God damn it. Fuck. Rurik condemned us all. Such an idiot. Now I have to do all of this again. Where is he? Let's go, dude. I should probably take something to resurrect people with me. I'm going to do that if if the time comes. If I can't make it within this, I'm going to do that. I hate these Devourers. They just pop up everywhere and they are literally the worst. We'll have to see. I don't even want to summon minions right now. I'm just going to let these run the course. Summoning minions takes way longer than just letting everyone else just destroy all enemies. It is a better strategy though. Dude has no chill or self-preservation. Seriously. I'm struggling with this way more as on my Necromancer than I did with my Mesmer. Oh my god. I'm just going to chill as much as possible, you know. Meanwhile, I can actually explain something about death in this game. Death is not permanent. So if you die in a mission, missions are very different from regular maps in this game. Like on a mission, it's basically your party wipes, and that's basically the mission fail. In a regular map, you get revived at a resurrection shrine. These are like shrines you can find. The thing about death is, in regular maps though, oh my god, how many did you pull? What the fuck? The thing about death is, you get something called a death malus, and you can see it on the bottom where I'm actually blocking it. But every time you die, you get minus 15% on all of your stats, and well, not all of your stats, you get minus 15% on your health and your energy. And this actually stacks. So the more you die, the more max health you lose and the more max energy you lose. So, and it goes up to minus 60%. At minus 60, you're probably better off abandoning the whole map and restarting everything from scratch, because it's hard to rebound from that, you know? But the good thing is, this malus, the more enemies you kill, it actually goes down a bit. Again. And especially bosses, they give you... if you kill a boss, it actually gives you plus 2%. Even if you don't have a Malice, you can get plus 2% on all of your on your health and energy. And that goes up to plus 10% by killing bosses. So it's always good to kill bosses. That plus 10% can be really useful. We'll probably not encounter it too much. But yeah, it kind of works that way in missions too. So if you die, you get that minus 50%, 15% still. But someone in your party has to resurrect you. If no one in your party can resurrect you anymore, the mission's basically gone. There's certain resurrection spells that you can use too. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff intersecting in Guild Wars 1. But yeah, the game is pretty chill, I have to say. I've been playing it all week, kind of in between. Like every time I want to take a break from work, I basically play a bit of Guild Wars 1. Play one character, maybe a mission or something, you know. And just chill. And these missions actually take longer than I'm actually thinking, you know? Because when I'm playing normally, I don't really look at the time that much. But yeah, when I'm streaming, I only have like 3 hours, and these missions take like considerable amount of time. There you go. Relic will just charge right now, which, you know, is not great for us. Alright. Interesting. I've not played Monster Hunter in a while, but I'm considering. I have this weird feeling I should go back to play 3 Ultimate again. I don't know. It's this want for another Monster Hunter game maybe coming back. So I'm hoping that actually resurrects my love for Monster Hunter. If there's anything that can resurrect my love for Monster Hunter, it's 3rd generation. Like 3rd gen is where it's at for me, and I'll probably never get rid of that feeling. Yeah, me too. Honestly. One thing that I kind of like about Free Ultimate itself is just... It's just the monsters, you know, I have to say. The monsters are just... Like, I think Free Ultimate has, like, the best monster selection in all of Monster Hunter. And my favorite late bosses, you know. Like, my two favorite monsters as late bosses, like endgame bosses, are literally Abyssal Lagiacros and what's it called? God damn it, I forgot its name. Diameralis. Diameralis is such a spectacle of a fight. I absolutely love it. Like, Diameralis is cool. It's difficult and cool. A little bit on the weirder side. Could be better, but... I just love that monster. I might come back to Free Ultimate, yeah. I hope so. I hope Free Ultimate can revitalize my love for Monster Hunter before we have the next Monster Hunter, like Monster Hunter trailer and stuff for the next title update. I've still yet to fight like Arch-Tempered Ufduna. I need to hunt down the Martyr. By the way, what I'm doing here in chat, and basically if you press Control and Space, you target an enemy, and what the AI does whenever I target an enemy is they will attack the same enemy that I'm attacking. So if I ever want to focus my AI comrades on a certain enemy, I have to do that in order for them to attack them. It's kind of weird like that, but yeah. It's usually a shot calling thing, because you might notice whenever I do this, there's a T next to my name. So whenever I call this, usually if you're in a normal group, everyone can just press T, and if they press the key T, they will immediately target the enemy that I'm targeting. So it's basically a shot calling thing. So I'm calling the shot, and my teammates are just attacking the same thing that I'm attacking. I think that's pretty common among MMOs. I think back in the day we were less communicating via talking to each other, by the way, I think. Let's kill this guy. This guy has Ether Feast, which is not great for us. There we go. Let's hunt these Ashen Claws down. I'm going to build up my minion army more carefully here. Oh, seriously? These rangers are actually pretty hardcore, I have to say. Like, these Char Rangers can take down my monk super quickly if they want to. They apply a ton of pressure on a monk. Holy shit. Let's use Blood of the Master. Should be fine. The minions are doing damage on their own, by the way, too. So yeah, they attack people and they do physical damage to them too. So there's really no reason to not let them just attack people too. This time I'm going actually in from the back. I'm hoping that I can separate the group from the back that was adding to the fight last time. That I can separate them out and basically, hopefully, secure the victory that way. Alright. Okay, by attacking this group from this side, it might be possible. There we go. Yeah, to split up this group, these groups, and then yeah, we should have the boss group pinned down relatively easy. That's 2 Mesmers and the Ranger boss, right? Yeah, okay. Should be able to do that. I'm going to animate 3 Bone Horrors. I'm going to put Death Nova on each of them. Death Nova lasts for 30 seconds. That's actually quite long. And we're running in. I'm going to let my bone minions run in. There we go. 1 down. 2 down. 3 down. Can even animate more. There we go. Where you at, Rorik? He's freeing the prisoners. Good. These men can head back to still some others here. Follow me, he says. I'm glad that he actually says follow me, but then he follows us. I like that. Because I actually don't want to follow him. No. Now let me show you real quick. The red bar is my health over here. This red bar is my health. The green bar is my experience to the next level. This red bar is my health bar. And this down here, right above my skills, is my energy. I want to have my energy right above my skills, so that I can immediately see how much energy I have when I cast my skills. And this red bar is here because it's right next to the party window, you know? I want to have my health as close to my party window, so that when I look at the party window, I immediately see how much health I have. That's basically my reasoning for my setup here. You can, the thing is, you can customize this entire UI however you want. Which is actually something that I notice not all MMOs have. Which really surprises me, because this game did it back in the day. But I know that a lot of, like, here's the thing, a lot of WoW players, I noticed, like, they all need like 15 different plugins to customize their UI, and it's like, what the fuck? I don't need a single plugin to play this game, you know?
Gods, how long have you been out here, man?
I don't know. Since my unit was taken at the end of the last Guild War, I think. Since the sky rained fire and destroyed Ascalon.
You're looking rough, buddy.
You've been here since the searing? That's over 2 years. Are there others?
Yes, the remnants of my unit. The Flaming Scepter mages.
Soldiers who have been slaves since the end of the war?
They're being held in the ruins of the old capital, Draskir.
Then we go to Draskir.
My lord, night is falling. If we don't head for the wall now, we may all be captured.
I understand the dangers, but Balthazar be damned if I allow those soldiers to remain slaves to the Char.
I can show you where they are being held.
Very good. We head north then, to Draskir.
It can't be healthy to travel through this through this tar thing without shoes. Yeah, I agree. Alright, where we at? Rorik, stop running ahead, please. By the way, the most difficult part is yet to come of this mission. Which might even jeopardize the entire mission, I have to say. Yeah, he's been out here 2 years, basically, as a captured. The capture from the Char. Yeah, you keep your experience. All of the experience you get, you just keep it. It's basically just a bar that fills up, and you gain a level after it's filled. So it keeps experience. I'm cleaning out these here, by the way, real quick. Char carving. Problem is I can't summon minions very well. I think that might not be the case with other MMOs. Did you keep experience? I don't know. But yeah, let's go over here. With our big party now, since we have Errol and Prince Rorik with us. And let's go after the Fire Caller too. There we go. The bridge is up, but it looks like it can be lowered from the other side. I'll wait here with Errol. You find another way to cross and lower the bridge for us. Yeah, thank you, Rorik. You lazy piece of shit. He's literally just going to wait here for us to lower the bridge for him. So yeah, we're without Rorik. Rorik has no chance of dying right now. So that's good, at least. But this next part is where it gets difficult. Oh yeah, we'll also get into what happened to Lady Althea after this happened. After the fall of Ascalon. Like, what happened to her is really fucked up. But it only comes up during a quest. It only comes up during a certain quest, row of quests. And it's super fucked up. Thank the gods you're here. I've watched this road for 10 years. The beasts come by around this time with a fresh brazier of fire to take to their temple. So yeah, this is a bonus mission. Follow the flame keepers at a distance to gain entrance to the flame temple. Extinguish the flame temple once inside. So this is what I was talking about. This is the bonus requirement. You can do like... Each mission has at least one. I think all of them have only one. I think in Prophecies there's only one extra mission requirement per mission. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, we need to follow this group of flame carriers to the flame temple. And then kill them all. Literally. While we're there. God damn it. I think we screwed up. I think we screwed up. No, no, abort, 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 abort. I don't think we can abort this mission anymore. I think we screwed up. This is not good. This is absolutely not good. Yeah, we screwed the bonus requirements. Thanks a lot. And I have no one to reveal to res our healer. Which sucks. So, we're without a healer for the rest of this mission. God damn it. Screwed up by myself by getting too close. You always underestimate how slowly they are moving through the tar. I think that's what you're supposed to do. Like, you're supposed to underestimate how slowly they move through the tar. Hopefully it still goes well. And we still can complete the mission. I know that at least the final battle is not that bad, but it might still be super tough without a healer. Not gonna lie. I definitely need to get a resurrection signet or whatever on most of my characters. At least one, so that I can res at least. So that I can res a healer too if one ever goes down. Please, warrior, don't die. I'm also, I also have monk proficiency, so I should be able to just get a skill that can resurrect people, no matter what, on my necromancer. I'll probably do that in the future. You know. But I'm hoping I don't have to, like, abort the mission now. That would absolutely suck if I had to. You know? I mean, not meeting the bonus requirement is okay sometimes. You can always go back. The cool thing about these bonus requirements is they are not necessary for mission completion. So whenever you finish them and you then die in the mission, it doesn't take away that you finished the bonus requirement. You know what I mean? So the bonus requirement, whenever you finish it, is actually getting saved too. And if I need to redo this bonus requirement, I just need to get back into the mission, get to this place, and get the bonus requirement done, and then I can leave the mission again. I don't need to fully complete it for it to count. Which is good, you know? Fuck. Let me just... Guys, could you please attack that hunter? What is going on? What the fuck is going on? Why are we dying to this? What the fuck? Ah. Fuck it, I'm going nuclear on these guys. I'm playing Elementalist. I swear to God. With my Elementalist, I already have this mission done, by the way. I can still redo it. So let's do it again. Should be a lot easier. Let's summon a meteor shower, shall we? I love Elementalist, I have to say. Elementalist is my favorite class out of all of them. It's just so cool to just blow things up, you know? And there's some really cool builds that we're going to do with Elementalist too. Let's summon a lava font, please. Like, look at these numbers. And tell me it isn't satisfying. I'm going to make it as quick as possible. But yeah, there's some really, really cool builds that I can do with Elementalist. I have had a super cool build from back in the day, and I'm pretty sure it still works in this day and age in the game. And it's a super cool build that relies heavily on AoE moves that teleports you in and blows everything to smithereens. It's a super cool one. But it will take some time to get there. Like, but there's so many cool ones that I can point to, you know. I mean, it's a damage dealer class, obviously. And there's also nothing more satisfying than trapping an enemy in a meteor shower, by the way. Meteor shower, if you didn't know, it's for 9 seconds. It's a very long cast time. It has 5 seconds cast time. But all foes on that location are struck for 49 damage every 3 seconds. So that's 3 ticks of 49 damage for the meteor shower. But also it has the added benefit of enemies that get hit by the meteor showers get knocked down. Which means this is like a physical effect on a meteor shower. Knockdown is like a thing where obviously you get knocked down, but it also interrupts skills. And it also makes that you cannot move for a second. So people are getting trapped in meteor showers, they're absolutely fucked. Because you get knocked down, then you stand up, and then the next tick hits, and then you're getting knocked down again. And you cannot leave. And the Elementalist just casts like another spell on top of you that does even more damage, and you're just getting demolished. It's super cool. For now we're focusing on fire magic, but we are also going to get into the other magic types, obviously. Like, I love playing an air magic elementalist too. You know? Air magic, like each element type for elementalists has a kind of different connotation, you know? Air magic is more single target based, and it's focused on dealing damage that ignores armor. So yeah, every person has like an armor that they equip, and air magic goes through armor quite a bit, and it can cause like armor breaks and stuff, which is cool. And earth magic is more on the status effect side, oftentimes. They deal a lot with stuff like blindness and all of that bullshit. And fire magic is obviously the big AoE hits, as you can see. It's all about that AoE. And water magic is more on the annoying people's side. Like, for example, like getting enemies to move less, like slowing them down and stuff. That's like more on water magic. But all of them have the potential to do big damage. I would say the hardest one to actually make into a build is probably water magic, because it's so situational sometimes. But it does have some really, like, water magic does have some really cool skills. Like Maelstrom, which interrupts all casters for every tick of damage it does. So if you're getting up against a group of casters and you cast Maelstrom, they are literally not able to do anything. And it's super cool. Let me get up a little bit closer. As you can see, getting knocked down again. It's super cool. But yeah, with Elementalist, we're going to blast through this mission real quick. We've seen most of this mission, but obviously we haven't seen all of this mission, and I want to actually see the finish too. We're going to blast through it relatively quick, I would say. I'm not going to do the bonus because my Elementalist already has the bonus done. I'm going to have to rebuild my Necromancer bits to be actually stronger. Also, some of this mission in early Ascalon can be very, very hard to deal with. By the way, you might also notice my Elementalist has quite high energy. The regular energy for every spellcaster is 30. My Elementalist has almost 50. That's because Elementalist skills are very high energy costs. And that's what the main attribute for Elementalist is for, which is energy storage, and it just increases the amount of energy you have. It's a very big chunk of energy, actually. I might want to cast Fire Attunement a bit more. I'm not going to use Meteor Shower, come on. But I am going to cast a Meteor Shower on that monk enemy. Because fuck him. There we go. Alright. I just want to finish this mission, honestly. Like, we've been spending way too much time on this mission. You two are not going to be happy about this. Let's cast the attunements. So yeah, this should go more swimmingly than it did with my original, with my Necromancer. I have to say, I always struggled with this mission too. Like on my test runs, I actually did struggle quite a bit with this mission on some characters. Like I also struggled with it on my Mesmer. Which is quite weird, but I feel like there's just a lot of physical damage here, and especially if they focus a lot on the monk. If the enemy stalkers and stuff, the rangers focus on the monks, it actually is hard to keep the monks alive, I have to say. Thanks. And I think that's one of the main issues for this one. There's just tons of damage here. I don't know why, but there is. So yeah, I've been kind of struggling with a lot of it. By the way, tomorrow we're going to play more Silk Song at 6 PM. We've been playing quite a bit of that game. Like, I think I've hit the 20-hour mark on Silk Song today during stream. But yeah, I want to kind of emphasize next week. I want to go for less Silk Song next week, you know. So I'm going to play a little bit more of the other games that we have on the menu. Like Pokemon Emeralds. I want to get back into Pokemon Emeralds. Honestly, the Pokemon Emerald run is actually progressing a little bit too smoothly, I have to say. It's a little bit scary. How smoothly it goes. Like we've had a clean sweep of Flannery and Norman last time. Like literally without a zero loss streak against Flannery and Norman. And I'm like, that might be a little bit too smooth. Norman at least should have taken out one of our Pokemon. So far, not really. I think we lost our loud red to a sacrifice in the third gym. So yeah, that loud red was not a mistake. The other two have been silly little mistakes, yeah. Look at them. They have not... They don't stand a chance over there. There we go. But yeah. It's been a lot more peaceful than I thought it would be, and I think the Hoenn gyms are actually very strong, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with it, really. Because I really think the Hoenn gyms are no pushovers, you know? But we still have 3 gyms left, so we could still get our teeth kicked in. But I feel like if I'm preparing, I probably might have a good chance. I have a pretty full box at the moment too. Like, my box is like bursting with Pokemon right now that we can use. But yeah, we'll see what the next gym holds. The next gym is the flying type gym with an almost unstoppable Altaria, so we'll have to see how that actually goes. Might have to Thunder Wave that Altaria or whatever. At least hit it with like a status effect or something. But yeah. I need to actively stop that Altaria from Dragon Dancing. That's the thing. You know? Because that thing, that Altaria has Dragon Dance and Earthquake on it. And that's like a combo you don't want on any enemy Pokemon. If it starts Dragon Dancing and then using Earthquake on everything, we might just die. Pretty smooth sailing, right? Also, we've not played Trails in the Sky second chapter at all recently. I've actually like almost abandoned the playthrough because I'm like making the stream event, but I'm not playing the game. It's kind of weird. But yeah, there's always coming something in between whenever I want to play Trails in the Sky. It's kind of like a Radiant Dawn in that way, you know? Like back in the day, the Fire Emblem streams were just cursed. That's the thing that keeps happening with Radiant Dawn. With Trails in the Sky. Right now. I don't like it, but can't change it. And I'm still super hyped about Pokemon Legends CA. I'm hoping so too. I didn't wanna abandon the Trails in the Sky second chapter playthrough, especially since I wanna know what happens in the story, you know. But yeah, I'm going to definitely get Pokemon Legends CA at this point. Like, I honestly feel like with that game, they're actually trying out something new to break up the Pokemon formula, and I think everything I've seen so far has, like, been great. And if they also make it so that the online battling is actually great, I don't know. Maybe I'll like it. But yeah, I have to really budget around the big releases too, because I definitely want to try out Kirby Air Riders too, but that literally releases the November 20th, you know. So that literally Kirby Air Riders literally releases 2 days before my big vacation, before I'm going on vacation. So I'm getting the game, we're going to do a whole streaming event for Kirby Air Riders, and then I'm going on vacation afterwards. And the fun fact is, Metroid Prime 4 literally comes out while I'm on vacation. So we actually can't even play it day one on this channel. So yeah, I'll be on vacation like 2 weeks from the end of November to... I think I'm coming back on the 8th of December. So 4 days after the game releases. Now you lazy bums, come over here. God damn it. This is a fight we cannot win. We must avoid confrontation with that group at all costs. Come with me, I grew up in the city and I know a way around them. Please don't blow yourself up, Rurik. I hope so too. I think it might. I think the last time I saw it, the graphics didn't look too impressive, I would say. Like, they were showing, like, the footage from Switch 2, right? But the graphics didn't actually blow me away. I think that it might just be that they took the original Switch version and just upscaled it to run better, you know, and look a little bit more decent. That's it. I think the Switch 1 version will just run okay, you know. I think this game has been built for Switch 1 first. At least it looks like it was built with Switch 1 in mind first and then ported over to Switch 2. So that's my... That's like my reading of the situation. I'm still apprehensive on which version I should get. Where are you, Rorik? Because should I get like the Switch 1 version with the Switch 1 cover? The physical version of the Switch 1 thing and just buy the upgrade package? Or should I get the Switch 2 version? Like, that's one thing I'm apprehensive about. Or should I just get the Switch 2 version? But I also have a bunch of Switch 1s lying around that could also play the game if I buy the Switch 1 version, you know? I almost want to buy the Switch 1 version and buy the upgrade package. Our only chance is to run for the obelisks in the ruins of the Royal Academy. Bring those men. I have a plan. Hello, Burr Man Killer. So yeah, this is the Royal Academy of Surmir, I think. So yeah, we have these magical cylinders here. Or these magical things. As a boy, I studied at this academy. It's been some time, but if we can hold off the char, I can activate the old runes and open a gate that could save our skins. Let's attack them. But yeah, we'll have to hold off this char. And yeah, these obelisks, the mages keep also attacking these char. By the way. So we have to basically hold this position. It's basically a defense mission against these char, but it's not really that hard, honestly. Let's add this to your day. But yeah, the char actually come in very small groups, so it's actually pretty much possible. Thing is, we probably would have been fine. Last time, if we didn't die beforehand, we would have actually probably been fine in this part of the mission, because it's not too difficult. Go. These actually don't pose that much of a threat. So yeah, that's the last group. And this one has a boss in it. Easy. There we go. That's the mission done.
Quickly, this way.
That was close.
Closer than I'd hoped. This portal will take us to the academy at Nolani. From there, we can make it to the wall and cross over to Rin. We should hurry. The magical wards will hold back the Char, but not for long.
Wait, my lord. Come look at what I have found.
Is that?
Yes, my prince. I believe it is the mouthpiece for the fabled horn Stormcaller. With this weapon, we could destroy the Char once and for all. Ascalon could be saved.
I have heard the stories of the horn's magic, but let us not be too hasty. If this is what you say it is, then we must get it to Rin. We'll see for ourselves how much power this Stormcaller has. Come, we'll take this to my father, King Adalbern. Surely he will know if discovering this weapon is our salvation, or simply too late. Either way, staying here will surely be the death of us.
Well,
Quickly, through the portal!
let's go. Nolani Academy. Here we are. So we came through this portal. As you might notice, this is quite... God damn it, this is quite a ways away. We were here in the ruins of Somnia. We went all the way up here, and this portal transported us over here to Nolani Academy. So yeah. And this is the way to Rin. One of the biggest cities in Ascalon is over here. This is Rin. And for that, I'm going to switch over character because I'm a fool. I'm a real idiot. My warrior is not even there. Sonic. Fuck. Alright, then we're playing Mesmer. I was pretty sure my warrior was there at Nolani Academy. But apparently I didn't finish the Ruins of Somnia missions with my warrior. So we're playing Mesmer today. So yeah, let's see. Flame Scepter Mage Danan. Have you heard the news? We're saved. What's in your mind, friend? What's news? The artifact horn Stormcaller has been found. Were we inside the walls of Rin, there would be a great rejoicing. Stormcaller? The mouthpiece of the legendary horn of King Doric. Surely you've seen the pipes of the horn itself upon Horn Hill outside of Rin. Humor me. The horn is a powerful weapon. They say that the sounds of the billowing pipes will render helpless the enemies of Ascalon. The mouthpiece was lost during the last guild war, but now that it has been found, it could help us defend the capital against the Char. The horn was placed outside of Rin long before the Great Northern Wall was even built. It was the last line of defense against invaders. I'm afraid it has come to that again. If only we'd found Stormcaller before the searing. What are we waiting for? Let's be off to Rin. I couldn't agree with you more, but alas, though the gates of the academy are closed, a small army of Char is mustered outside ready to sweep in and destroy us all. Prince Rurik and my brothers, the Flaming Scepter Mage, have managed to activate the old defenses of this place. They hold the Char at bay with a charged magical obelisk near the gate. Still, things look bleak. Eventually there will be enough of those beasts to simply overrun us. Then Stormcaller will once again be lost to us. What must I do? Prince Rurik knows a secret passage out of this academy. If he can sneak out and ambush the Char, perhaps we'll make it out of this alive and return to Rin as heroes. I won't let Stormcaller fall into the wrong hands. May Balthazar light your path. Go for speed. Okay. So yeah, we found this great artifact called Stormcaller. And We're at the Nolani Academy. We need to make a way. Rin, the old capital of Ascalon, is here. And we need to make a way down from Nolani Academy to Rin. But you'll see quite the predicament once we start this mission. So yeah, there's a Flame Scepter Mages, and down there, before the gates, the gate is down there, there's a whole army of Char waiting for us. They are ready to attack the gate whenever we open it. The thing is, you can do this mission 2 separate ways, which is really interesting, I find. You can just literally press this lever and let the Char in. And if you're strong enough to destroy all of them, if you're strong enough to basically defeat all of them, then you can just go ahead and finish the mission that way. But you can also do what we're about to do. So yeah, Prince Rurik is going to stay behind. But we're going on a slight tangent because there is a pathway back here outside of the academy. So yeah, the objective is still to get out of this academy. But we're taking the long road, basically. If you are basically a weak little character at level, what are we, level 9? It's probably better to take the long road. You're not going to defeat that horde of Char. It's just completely overrun, or going to overrun you. You know, it's just what they're going to do. But yeah, if we make it through here, we can actually ambush that group of Char down here, separate this group of Char into smaller groups, and then ambush them, and then kill them all one by one until all of them are gone. And basically it is safe to... it is safe for Rurik to basically get out of the academy again. That's basically the objective here. But I quite like that you can actually just confront the Char head on if you're strong enough, you know? You can just defeat them all. If you're strong enough. Right. I hate these Devourers. But also Chaos Storm is such a good ability. You see this small little circle around here? That's Chaos Storm. And it's an AoE move that creates a Chaos Storm at the target's foe location. The target foe's location. And it lasts for 10 seconds, and each second there's a tick of damage. And it takes 12 damage. It does 12 damage on an enemy, which is not the important part, but the important part is that it takes 1 energy from an enemy away. So the enemy actually keeps losing energy through Chaos Storm, and it's actually glorious. So they won't be doing a lot. As I said, Mesmers, if you play a Mesmer, you're basically there to oppress your enemies, you know. I get separated from a party on a scouting mission beyond the wall. Alright. You're basically there to just destroy your enemies. I love playing as Mesmer. But yeah, once we're through with this mission today, by the way, once we're through with this mission today, we're going to have to take a little bit of time before we go back, before we do another late night with Try, because I have to get all of the characters out of Ascalon before I continue, you know? Like, kind of the thing we've been doing up till now. I have to kind of reset that and recenter that. So I'll have to play a little bit more before we actually get to do another late night with Try. We might play other games on late night with Try, though. Because I think the streaming slot is actually very good. I kind of like it. It's premium second monitor content, right? So I might just use the streaming slot from time to time whenever I feel like it. So yeah, maybe we'll play some other games on that. But yeah, as we make our way through here, we already have the bonus for this mission, but you activate it by talking to Watchman Prohpecies, and he gives you a tome, and he wants you to carry that tome to a certain location for the mission bonus. But I already have it on my Mesmer, so I don't think it's worth doing. Next time I'm going to make sure my characters are actually prepared to take on these missions, like my Necromancer was. We did have real trouble finishing Ruins of Somia with my Necromancer, so I'm actually going to make sure we're going to be able to finish these missions. So yeah, we are now directly on the Great Wall. And from the Great Wall, we can actually descend right here. And strike all of these Char forces from behind. So yeah, these are basically the huge groups that are behind. That are literally in front of the gates here, ready to strike. We actually just finish them off from this point. Gold. So yeah, these are the groups of enemies that are laying siege on us. By attacking them from behind, you can take each group as one. Get some energy back. But yeah, it's fun. I always love playing Guild Wars 1. It's a blast from the past for me. Here's one thing I like to do. Here's one thing you can do. You can flag your heroes behind you. Like this. And then you can pull a group of enemies literally out of this. Here we go. If I didn't have NPCs with me, I could have pulled that group of enemies back with me towards my group. But I did have NPCs with me. And they destroy everything. I hate NPCs. So. But yeah, you can kind of flag back your heroes and pull groups of enemies. It's something you can do. I'm kind of thinking we should get heroes. I don't know yet. But at least having a few heroes with us might actually help us finish the game better. But heroes are not a prophecies thing. We only have our henchmen in prophecies. Heroes were introduced way later into the games. So yeah, once we are here, Prince Rurik opens the gate by himself, which is super dumb of him, honestly. But yeah. But yeah, we basically cleared out the char threat in front of him. So he comes out. There we go, Rurik. He is going to go after these. Oh my god, he's going to go after these two char, isn't he? Oh my god. Alright, Rurik. Defend Prince Rurik on the way back to the capital city of Ren. So yeah, we're heading to the capital city of Ren. By the way, Rurik has a very, very cool sword. It's like a flaming sword. And you can get a replica of the sword. But actually, in canon, this sword is like one of two magical artifacts. It's a very, very strong magical sword. And the king has the second one. They're kind of like brother and sister.
Prince Rurik, what are you doing out here?
Open this door. You will let us through.
But sir, the king swore death if the door was opened.
And I swear death if you don't stand aside this instant.
Yes, my prince.
I defend Ascalon against another Char invasion. And my father trifles with doors.
You'll speak to the king, won't you? You'll tell him I had no choice.
Sure.
By Balthazar's beard, Rin burns. I told the king the Char would not be held for long. We must get to Hornhill. Only Stormcaller can save the city now.
Yup. Rin is not looking so good. Prince Rurik is actually kind of brash, but in one of the side quests that we're going to do next time, I think, it's getting actually explained why he is actually acting so rash all of a sudden. It's actually kind of sad. But yeah, these two swords that the king and the prince have are going to become super important pieces of the story, especially coming Guild Wars 2 as well. Like, they are super important pieces of the story, but they are never explained. I need to look up the names again. I don't remember. But they are artifacts, very strong magical artifacts. You can get the same. You can get a sword that looks the same, but it looks kind of like Rurik's sword, but his one is special, you know. They are super strong magical artifacts. I think I'm going to look it up before we leave today, because a certain character in Guild Wars 2 is going to get Rurik's sword. Like, Guild Wars 2 plays like almost 200 years after Guild Wars 1, I think. A lot of the characters are not the same characters, obviously. There's the horn. Look at this massive horn.
Praise be to Duena if this works.
I don't think this worked. I declared Sharp Pelt Season officially open. One day the city of Rin may fall. But not today. So yeah, we're heading in. Obviously. Oh my god, that's so many enemies at once. The boss is dead, at least. I don't think I pulled that big of a group last time. Pretty sure I didn't. Come on, kill that one. But we did survive, kinda. So that's good. Don't pull any more people, please, Rurik. Our warrior died real quick, but yeah. Brand the Brawler is down. The cool thing is, when a boss dies, every time a boss dies, all of your skills get reset. So even though your skills might be on recharge, when you kill a boss, the skills are going to be set back so you can use them again. That's part of the perk of killing a boss. Let me put one more in Domination Magic, please. Where are we going, Prince Rorik? Rorik. There we go. This is the leader of this char group, Bonfast Burnt Fur. Over there. There you go. Let me backfire you real quick. There you go. And that's the end of the mission. What are we going to do about all this?
Trumpets! The king must be near. The fall of Rin will have darkened his heart. Hail King Adalbern!
There he is.
Rise, my son. You have done well. The discovery of Stormcaller is surely a sign of victory.
It is a powerful weapon, but I fear not powerful enough. The Char have amassed an army of many thousands.
You overestimate these beasts, Rurik. Do not be afraid.
I am not afraid, Father. I have seen them in battle. Rin has been destroyed. It would be wise to escape while we can. We should make for Kryta and rebuild our strength, not wait here for death.
I will never allow Ascalons to live in the shadow of the Krytans. It is Rin that will be rebuilt. And you will learn your place.
You have grown proud, Adalbern of Ascalon. Proud and foolish.
You would dare call your king a fool?
Well, normal dispute.
I will hear no more. I banish you from Ascalon. You are no longer my prince, and you are no longer my son.
That is quite the escalation.
People of Rin, your king will lead you to death. If you wish to see better days, if you wish to live, then leave the beasts behind and follow me over the Shiver Peaks. We make for Kryta and a new life, free of the Char.
Yup. And we are at Yak's Bend. This is where my Mesmer was right at the beginning of the stream. So yeah, it seems like Prince Rurik sees the reality of this war and doesn't want to continue it. And he wants to basically abandon Ascalon and head for Kryta, which is over here. Kryta is this landmass over here. This big chunk of green landmass. He wants to regroup in Kryta. And yeah, the king doesn't want so they're splitting up. So Prince Rurik, the king is going to stay behind, obviously. And we'll see that come up way later down the line. And we are going with Rurik. We are traveling to Kryta. We are leading a group of Ascalonian civilians and everyone to Kryta. Which means going through the Shiver Peak Mountains. These are the Shiver Peak Mountains over here. And yeah. This is the next set of missions we're going. We're heading for Kryta. So our way is basically through here. So we're here right now. In Yak's Bend over here. So we'll go left and then slightly down. And that's where we end up in Kryta. So this is going to be the path that we're taking. You know. So we're basically fleeing the country and hoping for a better life in Kryta. Because honestly, this war has been lost. I feel like we've seen so much stuff happening and the Char are so many in size. I feel like this war has been lost. But the king doesn't see it that way. So we're going with Rurik to Kryta. We don't have a choice here. So yeah. Yeah, we have a bunch of quests here. It does kind of look like a lost cause, and there's tons of Char everywhere. The Char have a huge army, and the fascinating thing is the king will actually hold out for many more years in Kryta. So King Adalbern will defend Kryta, I think for, I don't know, for at least 20 or 30 years, I think. So he will still hold out in Kryta while all of this happens with us. We're fleeing Ascalon, we're going to Kryta to hope for a better life there, you know. And the king will still hold out in Ascalon and fight this bloody war. But yeah. I already accepted a ton of quests, by the way. But yeah, this is kind of where we're at. There's tons of new quest givers here. Obviously, we can buy some skills if we want to. Do we have anything on domination magic? Arcane theory. Cry of frustration. Second, the next time the target uses a skill, the foe uses a skill, that skill takes an additional 28 seconds to recharge. Oh my god. Like, you can see it with Mesmer. Like, everything sounds like cancer. For example, you can use Arcane Thievery. For 17 seconds, one random spell is disabled for a target foe. Like, literally, you can just make it so that a spell is disabled for your target. For 17 seconds. Just one random spell. A Mind Rack. What was that again? 19 seconds. Target any of your non-hex Mesmer skills. That foe loses 1 energy and takes 13 damage per point of energy lost. Okay. So yeah, all of these are... yeah. We could use Shatter Hex, actually. Mesmer is just cancer to play against, honestly. Arcane Echo is also super useful. But I'm not going down that route. Also, we have now more henchmen as well. And we have now a party of 6 people for the foreseeable future. Not 4. So we have a party of 6 people. But yeah, we could actually do the main quests from Kenton Osridge in Yak's Bend. I already accepted it, so it should be fine. We could actually do that quest. The Shiver Peak Mountains are not known to grant pity on travelers. Seems a storm has blown in front of the east and settled around Ball's Pass. And if that wasn't enough, a Stone Summit leader calling himself Inner Frostbite has taken advantage of the situation and ordered his men to block the entrance to the pass. There's no other way to get supplies through. I believe he plans to wait until we're cold and hungry, then start a push towards Yak Bend. We have to be as planned as a Dolly not to see what will happen up there if we do something now. But yeah, we'll see actual new races here. These are the dwarves that are in Shiver Peak Mountains. Obviously, it's a very snowy area. The Shiver Peak Mountains are very, very snowy. And there is 2 factions of dwarves here. I don't know what actually the good faction is called anymore. But the other faction is the Stone Summit. The Stone Summit dwarves. And they are actually at odds with each other. And the Stone Summit dwarves don't want to let us get through the pass here. And we'll deal with them, you know. We'll have to deal with them throughout this section of the game. But yeah, the Stone Summit are really intent of not letting us get through to Kryta. I should actually read up on why that is. And the other set of dwarves is actually intent on actually helping us getting through the Shiver Peaks here. But we're desperate at this point. Like, we are basically refugees looking for a new place to live. And we have to get through this cold mountain pass, obviously. Which is not the best thing, you know. But yeah. There's a few missions down this path. I think there's 3 missions altogether on this mountain path that deal with that. Because we encounter roadblocks along the way, and we need to deal with them to get everyone to safety. In Kryta. So yeah, these are going to be our next set of missions. But yeah, we need to break through the Stone Summit over here. I remember some of these missions can get quite hairy, so yeah. But yeah, if I remember correctly, this set of the game, this part of the game, is a turning point, you know. Especially when we are in Kryta too. Like, the story of Prohpecies is very interesting, and I love that it deals a lot with all of these factions working against each other and all of this politics going on. I'm not fast to interrupt anything right now. I don't know why that is. Yeah, the Stone Summit are actually... There's actually quite a lot of them, actually. Let me... Yeah, let me draw in those Ettins first. But yeah, this area of the game is very treacherous. But yeah, I also need to go back I now also need to bring every single one of my characters up to this point, you know, in the game. And up to the next missions, so that we can do the thing again where we change characters for each mission, you know. Every character is parked at a different mission, like we did right now. Up for the next, like, 5 or 6 missions, actually. Oh my god, this is actually quite a lot of them. Just look how many Stone Summit guys there are right now. The good thing is, we can actually fail at this if we want to. We are not inside a mission right now. We're just out in the field doing quests, regular quests. If we are out on the field, we're going to just get resurrected at a resurrection shrine if our whole party wipes, you know? Almost made it too. But yeah, these ice golems are not going to let us pass. We almost made it through the whole group. So yeah, this is a resurrection shrine. We're just going to get resurrected again. You can't see it because I'm covering it, but it says minus 15% down here. Down where my mouse, here under me, it says minus 15%. So yeah, I have now like minus 15% on my health and my energy. I'm actually super excited to get into a lot of these quests here, because there's tons of them. But yeah. It is an MMO, and some of those MMOs are just laid out to... Some of those MMOs are just laid out to be played for a long time. So we'll probably be here for a long time, too, you know. To kill those ice golems. That. Wait, that Necromancer's blood ritual? That's amazing. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to going to the next campaign, by the way. As much as I love the Prohpecies campaign, the next campaign, Factions, is on a whole different level. In terms of storytelling, in terms of area design, it's just on a whole different level. But yeah, we'll be here with Prohpecies for probably months on end still. So, but Factions and Nightfall are just incredible games. Fuck you. So So yeah, we'll have to fight our way through those Stone Summit guys here. That is basically the quest. We just... Stone Summit guys are blocking the path. We have to fight our way through these huge groups of Stone Summit guys. That's it. Sorry. There we go. Okay, this is the leader. This is a boss. You're not going to cast empathy on me, are you? I have a small little backfire for you if you want to. Please try casting a spell. No, the MMO isn't subscription based. This MMO was always buy once, play forever. Which always was the more cost-effective thing, because WoW was super expensive. Like, just a year of WoW is... Like, a year of WoW costs like $130, right? Almost. A little bit more even. It was always the more cost-effective thing. I honestly don't like MMOs that have subscription bases. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't have time to play MMOs anymore. Because MMOs just demand your attention all the time. A lot of them just generally demand tons of attention of you. And I just don't want anything that I have to pay for. And if I have to pay for it, I'm always going to feel bad whenever I'm not playing it, you know? Like when I'm playing a subscription, I'm going to feel bad if I'm not playing a lot of it. Don't think I'm getting my money's worth, you know? But yeah, this game is $40, by the way. You get... Is it 25 pounds? I think it was 20 euros. The regular NSO. And the upgraded one is 50. At least in euros. I don't know how it is for pounds, obviously. Because I don't live in the UK. But yeah, I hate subscriptions for anything. So yeah, we enter Borlis Pass, which is an outpost. It's actually the first mission of this area. Beckham Ridley. I'm relieved to hear you cleared the road. I didn't want to have to tell the refugees to boil their leathers for supper. I absolutely hate subscription services. They are so manipulative. Subscription services are so manipulative. I hate them all. I think NSO is like the least egregious one from any console, but it's still a lot. Ever since the storm started up, the Stone Summit have been causing us nothing but trouble. They constantly raid our caravans and pillage our supply trains. These mountain passes are trying enough for the weak and the old without their constant harassment. Now onto the matters concerning our prince. Yup. This is the first mission of this area. So yeah, we're heading into the Shiver Peaks. Over here, down here, into Kryta, and especially to this place. This little river delta here is very important. This is the main city of the whole campaign of Prophecies. This is the main hub. But yeah, very important. So we're going to get over the Shiver Peaks. I think there's a mission here, there's a mission here, and there's a mission here or something. And then we'll head down here into Kryta. But yeah, that's going to be the next step. What do we do? Aren't you supposed to be headed over the pass to Kryta? It's been snowing in Ball's Pass for days. If we try to follow Rurik now, we may be swallowed by the storm. Rurik's out in the storm? Looks like it. He left to negotiate passage for all of us through Ball's Pass. He was supposed to meet with Chalice Ironhammer, the king of the Deldrimor. That's right, it was the Deldrimor dwarves. There's the Deldrimor dwarves, and there's the stone. What are they called? I don't know. That was 3 days ago. We haven't heard from him since. Is someone going to go after him? It's mighty dangerous. The chances of getting lost up there are pretty good. A body could freeze to death before finding his way through to the other side. It was not always so. Years ago, when Ascalon regularly traded with the Deldrimor dwarves, the storm beacons were erected to light the way through the Ball's Pass. If the dwarves were expecting us, they would light the beacons, and we could follow their fires safely to our destination. Now though, the fires are out, and no one will light them for us. Isn't there a way to pass through the Shiver Peaks? There is Lorna's Pass, but it runs north to south, and it won't take us to Kryta. Besides that, there's one other way through, but I wouldn't call it a pass. The treacherous northern route winds over Anvil Rock, but the way is guarded heavily by the Stone Summit, a group of xenophobic dwarves who have separated themselves from the rest of the dwarven society. A hatred of all things non-dwarf burns in the heart of the leader, Dagnar Stonepate. He is at odds with the good king, Chalice Ironhammer, and with anyone from Ascalon. A civil war brews in the Shiver Peaks now, as the Deldrimor dwarves fight the Stone Summit for control of the mountains. What must I do? Head up through Ball's Pass and relight the storm beacons, then make for Grubel's Gulch and locate Rurik. I'll find him. Be wary of the centaurs as well. The Stone Summit aren't the only ones who don't do much care for humans. But yeah, very treacherous. So we need to light the beacons for the next mission and hopefully make it across Ball's Pass and find Rurik, who is negotiating with the Deldrimor dwarves, which are the nice kind of dwarves, you know. They are like friendly towards us, whereas the Stone Summit are just xenophobic and just keep everything for themselves. Let me quickly... I have a bottle of grog. I think that's an event item. Double click to drink. Excessive alcohol consumption will result in intoxication. Sure. Yeah. That's what alcohol do. Oh my god. This is actually worse. Yo, on the bottle of grog. You're drunk on pirate grog. Fuck. I'm super fucked up. Oh my god, I'm fucked up. Oh no. I didn't remember this effect being so violent. Holy fuck, that actually makes me a bit dizzy. Let's put the other bottle in. Holy fuck. By the way, there's a title you can get. These titles are like achievements for the game. There's a title you can get for being drunk like an extended period of time. So you need to pop like items that make you drunk in like succession until you earn the title. Oh wow. It actually... You know what? I'm going to get the platinum in. I have only 74 platinum. That's not going to be enough to clothe every character, I think. Oh my god, I need to sit down. Fuck. But yeah. Next time we're going to do Ballis Pass. We're going to try to get over the Sugar Peak Mountains, and we're going to try to get to Kryta. I'm going to play... First off, I'm going to bring everyone outside of Ascalon. Every one of my characters. And the first characters are going to make their way to Kryta already. For next time, you know? But, you know. And I'm going to make a list of quests that are pretty cool in Kryta, in Ascalon still to do, so that we can knock out any interesting quests in Ascalon still, you know, because there are still some interesting quests to do that are like story relevant a bit, so I'm going to try that too. But yeah, I should probably go to bed at this point. And I'm thinking of ending the stream because I should probably go to bed and I need... I'm going to go to work tomorrow, so that's probably a good idea, you know. But yeah, let's close it. Let's end it. And that's going to be it, I think, for today. God damn it. Here we go. But yeah, that was actually really cool today. I like Guild Wars 2, I like Guild Wars 1 a lot, and I'm hoping I can continue playing it with you. And yeah, tomorrow we're playing regular time. We'll be playing more Silk Song, obviously, continuing exploration. And on Tuesday we're going to play Pokemon Emeralds, and Thursday Trails in the Sky, second chapter. Wednesday Trails in the Sky, second chapter. And on Thursday I have a little treat, because on Thursday we're going to play the Alabaster Dawn demo, because it releases on Thursday. The demo for the new game Alabaster Dawn, and we're going to play it. So, that's all. If you want to see more content on Guild Wars, please leave a like and subscribe, as usual. And I'll see you all maybe tomorrow. Trilightning out.